My name is Wilma and I live in Chinatown for the last 36 years. My mother's side of the family immigrated to Australia in 1886 and settled in northern Queensland. And my father's side of the family is Hawaiian Chinese. They also been in the island in the early 1900s. So technically, I am not exactly bona fide immigrant, but earlier immigrant. Recently, I ran for supervisor, and now I devote myself to have more programs for seniors and making sure the City Hall is serving the seniors and the monolingual population. And also, I like to connect with San Francisco Business Bureau to promote the better image of Chinatown. I think the first step for most Chinese, especially elderly, they probably didn't understand the power of voting. And so by educating them and become a citizen is very important. The first step so that you can vote. And by voting, that you have power at a city hall to speak up. My first step is to organize them by offering ESL classes, citizenship, to teach them to be a citizen. Probably have about at least 1,000 students participated in the citizenship class. So I have numerous students who become citizen and voting. That is the first step to organize them. But unfortunately, it's neglected that I feel strongly that the business is not doing so well because they don't have the time to really come out and speak up for themselves. My step right now is to organize the business, the merchants, the owners to say it's important for you to come out, speak up, to let City Hall what you really need. You are suffering, especially along Stockton Street corridor. I ran for a supervisor in District 3. I spoke up, always my platform is tourism is important in San Francisco's Chinatown, North Beach, and Fisherman's Wharf, because that's actually is the number one industry in San Francisco. It kicks in about $7 billion a year, and nobody pays attention to it. So my second platform always been speaking up for the business and also for the monolingual speaking seniors especially. Next try was, community people said, why don't you try for mayor? And so in I think 2008 I ran for mayor that first time, and it was very surprised that I ran for mayor and I made it so far. So I stopped for a while, and in 2012 I said, hey, go run for supervisor. That's supervisor second time. And so I ran for supervisor, and still that's my platform. I'm still drumming with the platform is at tourism, school, housing, and seniors. The latest was running for supervisor because perennial runner. The race is just finished in November 3rd. There were only 3 of us. I'm very surprised because there was Aaron Peskin, who was on the board for 8 years. And then he came out and ran again against Julie Christensen, which was appointed by the mayor. And then the third one, it ended up that it was still very close, but not close enough. Julie lost her seat to Aaron Peskin. No matter who, when you run, you promise to help the Chinese community, not just the important issues, but there are other equally important issues. But I do have a voice, and I do speak up for the community, and community, they do respect me for speaking up for them. So I will to speak up for the seniors.